Okay, welcome to this video. I'm going to show you how to design a quick website like this one. I'm going to talk about some functions and how they'll basically work. So I'm going to run that website now. So something like this with a login and a sign up button here. Sign up and sign up, and also it has an home page, product page, blog page, and mobile icons here. And also you can move a little bit further. It has a very nice table here with sortings. You can sort names, you can sort gender, everything. You can sort the GPAs, and you can also search by names. Okay, you can say maybe CP. Okay, let me say E, and all the E we sorted out. Let me say phrase. Okay, phrase. You can see it sorted out the praise here. You can print as PDF, just by CSV and Excel. So this was achieved just with CSS. So, and also it has a responsive footer here. You can see here responsive footer, and also you have the search here also. You can search, but though these are not functional, this is the front end. So you can see how responsive this page is. So I'm going to show you how to basically work on this kind of design a site like this. And one small part thing I love about this site is that it's very responsive. You can go to inspect. Let's try an iPhone Pro 12. You can see it's still responsive. The table is still there. Table is still there. And move further, the footer has been realigned. See here, you can see. If you move further a little bit up, you can see that the icon, you can see the menu here, hamburger menu. You can see everything is going very nice, and you can see click on your login, realigned. Let's put it on responsive. You can see that in all screen size it works perfectly. In all screen size, even to the smallest screen size, it is still responsive. You can see as small as the screen size is still responsive. Okay, that is one of the dynamics of a website. So if you have a website and it's not responsive, you are just wasting your time. So I'm going to show you how to design a responsive website as this one in this particular video. Please do well to subscribe if you are new to this YouTube channel, or if you're watching on Facebook, do well to subscribe, please. And you are going to learn a lot from this video. So I'm going to talk about one of the things I'm going to talk about here in this video is designing this. So we have a website on our main. So today in this video I'm going to just talk about creating the menu icon here. There's a navigation bar, header section, and let's talk about, maybe we can talk about the login aspect and the sign-in aspect, and we can see how we can customize that and start working on it from scratch another day. But maybe I'm going to just use the pre-built code to explain the structure of everything, and maybe in the next video I'm going to code everything from scratch and just follow through how it works. So this video is basically CSS, HTML, and a JavaScript tutorial, because this website was designed just using this theory, but majorly CSS and HTML, just few JavaScript codes we use. Let me just quickly show you that. You can see here, these are the HTML codes. HTML codes. So it took about coming 346 lines of code, and Y for CSS. Okay, took about 703 lines of code, and for JavaScript, just very few JavaScript was used here. Okay, took okay, Okay, for JavaScript, it just took 251 lines of code. So I'm going to show you how to work on this code. I just want to show you the structure of the code, and next video I'm going to talk about how we could definitely work on this particular website from scratch. But with this idea I'm going to share here, you can be able to do a lot of things already. So let's see our code structure first. We have on the image structures here, the image. So these are the image. This PNG here is the background image. So this background image, this here, the one that was used on this particular place, the background image. And if you move forward a little, you see XV, so the image, and SL, and export PDF. So these are just the section icon, this search icon. So these are the image here, and the image here, this is the image here, and these other images. So that are the only image I was used, this background image, and these images, and this also, and this also. So that is the image in that folder here. So this is the image folder. So how can you add this image folder to your project? Is just you can create an images folder in your root directory, that is in the file. For instance, this project name is called SCN project, XCN. Okay, you can see here it's called SCN. These are the images. If I in this project now, if I create another folder here, let's say I create another folder and I name the folder. Okay, let me just name it new folder, and I click on enter. You discover when I open here, you can find that folder here. So that is the basic procedures first. So imagine you want to start an HTML project. If you are not new to HTML, the first step is to create a new file. You can save it at maybe, let's say, h1.html, so that you are telling the browser, you are telling the browser to render this code as an HTML code. Sorry, there was a mistake in my typing. Let me rename that. Okay, HTML. So you can see here it has been rendered as HTML. So any code you put here on this particular place will be rendered as an HTML code. So you can say something like an open tag, a docs type. So the template will just pop up. So you can see here snippets. Sorry, I just okay. Let's yeah, so too many. Let me just close some of these. Okay, let's move forward. So you can just see here, open tag again. You see HTML. Oh, that's close tag. Can just move forward that just like that. But let's imagine, let's focus on something. So then that's for HTML, and for let me just take this out. Why for CSS is do the same thing. The files style CSS, style.css, and for JavaScript file you just do javascript.js. So well, let's just move forward to just see some basic on this HTML code here. So let's be fast on that. So you can see the structure of this code. This is an HTML code, and it's been rendered on the browser. So you can see here, first of all, you have a docs declaration. This declaration here talks about that it's an HTML file. But let's do something now. Ctrl X, let me just remove that and rerun the code. You discover nothing happened, but nothing really happened. So but it's good you add that type so that your browser will be able to render it as an HTML code. But in most cases, if you don't add it, it's no issue, but it's recommended you add it in HTML5. It's very, very recommended you add this docs declaration. It's recommended you add this docs declaration. And also you can see here that language, talk about the language I'm using. So it's really not that much important, but also I say they are very important to add this also. That is chassis set and a lot of things here. So these are just the few you can add. These are for responsive, to make it responsive, and every other things here are content with device with. So these are very just important basic things you can add, but you can really you can put them down or just be adding them in any of your site design. So why for this link in here is to link your CSS to your HTML. If you are not new to HTML and CSS, you discover that styles are being linked in three ways. One, they're called inline CSS, and we are called to have external and internal CSS. External CSS talks about you can add a style at the header here. You can see style. You can see style. Just add that, and you can just code your CSS code within this place. So let's say button is okay, let's say button, and maybe just use that as a bit to save it, and you can just write your CSS, maybe color and just something like that, and just say maybe let's take for instance this color, and that is for that. So this is for what your style internal CSS. But if you want to do something like inline CSS, and in a case where you want to style a particular button, okay, let's see what I can do. Let's say for instance this particular login, this is button already. Let me look for just a plain text to style. Okay, let me just add a plain text so I'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, let me just add a plain text after the table. Okay, this is a plain text here. It's a plain text here. So let me just remove okay, let's use this because of, let me just add another plain text. Okay, let's h1. Okay, let's say testing. Okay, let's render that. Just click on Ctrl X, save. You can go to your browser here, and let's see that text is here now. And if you want to add an inline CSS, all you have to do is to can come here and just say style and something. It's been a while I added this inline CSS, and just say maybe color, and just say okay, let's see this color, and go to Ctrl X also, and you come back to the browser. You can see the color has changed here, and let's say you want to add a style from your stylings. So that is basically how to add an inline CSS. But in most cases, you discover that you want to use the same styling for a lot of tests, and it's not convenient as you begin to rewrite for every each one. You rewrite the same code again, the same styling code again. It takes time, and it's also makes your code less unclean. So one, it consumes a lot of time, and also it makes your code less clean. So for you to have a clean code, it's recommended you have an external CSS here. You can see these are the CSS code, external CSS, and you can see they're just CSS, and they are being linked back to this HTML code here. You can see, let me move forward a little bit up. You can see here, this is the purpose of this particular link here. Let's take for example, okay, let me take away this code. Let's take for example, if I take away, let me just try something. Let me take away this code here now. See what, let me just see what happens. Yeah, take away this code. X, okay, click save. Let's see what happens. You can see everything is just messy. You can see everything is messy. So without the CSS code, this is what you have. This is what you have. Just a random messed up website. Nothing to show, no styling, nothing. These are just HTML arranged table and data. You can see, so without CSS stylings, your website will just look like a mess. You can see the login, the signing form, and just arranged, nothing there. So if you go back and you link back the CSS, and you click on save, and you go back to your page, on page here, and you can see at on page everything is a little bit back. You can see everything's working now. Okay, so let's get started and let's move further. Let's move forward a little bit further. So you can see here that, so these are just basic styling importation. So you can, these are just basic. So these are basic I just, well, not really that important on this particular side. I just added them for some other reasons. So let's let go of that for now. I'll explain more in our next video. So you can see, let's see the header here. Let's just see the header tag. So this is for the header. So from here to here is the header. Let me take that out first, and let me click on save, and let's see what happens. You can see there's no header, everything is still intact, but there's no longer a header in navigation header here anymore. So for you to add the navigation header is very easy. So all you have to do is to come to your code here. Let me add that. So you can see all you have to do is to have you add this in your body tag. Like, first thing to talk about is your, let me give you structure again, your docs declaration. After docs declaration, you declare, you open your HTML tag. Next, your header. Inside your header, that's where your mental data, your viewport and everything, your title, this is your title here. This title does not display on your main page, or the title displays on the browser bar. You can see here, this is the title here displaying here. And if you move a little bit further, you discover that the next thing is your styling. This styling link is added in your header tag, So if you have a CSS JavaScript code, you can add that here also, but we recommend adding a JavaScript code on your footer, links on your footer, because of, so that they can run, because of speed and everything. You can see here, this is the JavaScript code here. The link has been added down close to the footer, so that's what we recommend. So you can see, so that is for that. So after clicking the header tag, now you open a body tag. So everything, the body tags are displayed on your browser, so everything here displaying here, they are embedded within the body tag, if anything, take it from the body tag, it will not be displayed here. So these are added within the body tag. So first of all, what you want to do is to have an header. Just take it like we are writing a letter on MS Word. You need to have a header first. So let's see how we can add that header using codes rather this time around, not like on MS Word where you can use other things. So first of all, you have to open your header tag here, which we have done. Header tag here, and we have an input type equals to checkbox, name equals ID. Just take a look, I will explain all these things, but and we have a div class logo, and this is h1 this logo, your title, and you have your div again. So let's say something here, your input type here. So you can see here that is the header tag, and if you move forward a little bit, you discover that this particular place is for the search box. So don't just, let's just take this place out. Yes, for the first one had here is for the logo input here. This is this input here, name and ID and everything. So this is for the logo, and this for the search box. It's on the search box over here. Let me save this first, Ctrl X. So this search box over here, this search box. So let's forget about search box, and let's just focus on all this other logo and all this. So I have to move forward a little bit here to CSS, and you can see here, let's take this out so that we can have a cleaner code. Let's take this from that. So click on X here. So that's out now. So let's move further now. So sharp very fast, let's just move something. The div class logo. So this logo class here, now let's move further to your CSS, and you can see, okay, here. So you can see here, this is the header.logo. So this is a reference to your CSS file. Let's make this let's say what color. I just love let's say green. Okay, let's say purple. click on click on Ctrl X, and you go back to your browser. You can see this thing has changed, the color has changed. So that's what I'm talking about CSS and HTML. They both work in hand to hand to get your code, a cleaner code. You can see here, because I have given a callback here, it has been able to relate back to HTML. And literally what you have to do before now, let me show you something. You can see that this color is red now, but it's purple. But let me quickly show you something. If I go back to this particular place logo now and add a style here, color, which I've already added a color on the other side. Sorry, I already added a color on the other side. Other CSS area, let's say color, let's say red, brown, and Ctrl X again. If you come here, you see that the brown is adhering to the brown. It's not because I entered this brown second, but because what CSS does is that it first of all obeys. If you have it checks for your code and styling, and if discover that this particular style here has an inline CSS, it will first display, it will render based on the inline CSS first. And but if it's quite there's no inline CSS, it move further to render internal CSS. That's CSS you have imputed in your header tags. And if you discover that there's no CSS for a particular element on your header tag, it now moves further to check if there's a CSS declaration for that particular element or tag in an external CSS. So it's progressive. So first of all, if it does not find, it first of all renders those in line. If it does not find the code there, it moves further to external. So it overrides. So inline CSS overrides external CSS. Also, it overrides internal CSS. Why internal CSS override external CSS? I hope you get that. So that's how CSS works. So you're going to see more understanding when I start creating the complete website from scratch. So let's move forward. So now I want to add this element. So you have to open an on order list. Many of you can use order list. Order lists are not ideal on creating menu icon. You can see, so sorry, it's not because it's an order list, but because the CSS declaration is wrong. You can see it's not working properly. So it's not that you can use that also, but it will be showing numbers, which is what you don't want. So you can use open an on order list to create a menu icon. So you have to create L1, which is list 1, list 2, list 3, list 4, list 5, list 6, and you have to just move a little bit further and click all this. So but I just want to show you something here. The most important thing is the CSS, because these are easy to do, but you want to ask, how will I present these things? How will I make them a little bit more organized and work together? So this video, I'm going to create, like I said, I'm going to create a complete video on how to code all this. I just want to give a preview of what I did on this particular website. You can see here there's a login button on the home page on the header tag, and you can see the button tag here. If you move from this class declaration is to call in your CSS class. So if you see here, this is the button class and this is the ID. If you move from this particular page to your CSS code here and search for the button tag, you will discover that it is sorry, let me move upward. So this is the button here, and if I choose change this to red, let's say red, okay, let's say red, and you click on save and move back to your, you can see it's showing red now. You can see all buttons are showing red. Link, let's say sign up, see it's showing red. Why? Because it's a global declaration. So if you move further and change this to, let me say, white, and let me enter another bot. Let me see if I've done that already. Let me say bot sorry, but let me say color, background color. let's take away, let's just try green on that, and let's click save. Let me add the background color here also. Background color, let's say purple. Now click on save also. Sorry, click on save. Okay, sorry, and the issue is coming from here. And save. Okay, let's move forward and see what happens here. The apple was already 5. So you can see that this text is back upward. So let me change that. It's already purple. Let's say, let's try yellow. Let's try yellow and see. Ctrl X as usual. Let's go back. So that's an calculation has been made already. So let's move forward. So let's take away this code because it's not necessary. I just want to show you something. So in case, or let's say test now, BUT background color, this color, let's say purple. So if you move here and BUT now, BUT, and you enter, okay, I'm coming, and you enter an H1 tag here, H1 tag, and you enter a test. Let's say random test, and you click on the, let's say class BUT. That will save it as before. BUT, click on Ctrl X, sorry, Ctrl BUT, Ctrl X, Ctrl X. Yellow, good color. That's a good one. Let's go Ctrl X. You can see here the background color green, and the color is this one. So you have been able to add the CSS from this place. So you can change this color. You can say, okay, let's say text decoration, text transformation. Let's say uppercase. Let's say margin size just let's say 25 30 pieces. Okay, like 25 pieces. Say border, say body, say 0. Okay, let's save that. It will not come out. I just want to show you how some things work. You can see there's a change in this particular place now. So this is how this site was designed. I just want to show you the preview, but in another video I'm going to show you how to run everything from scratch. I had a very stressful day today, so I decided to just let me just do something and just show you a preview of how these things works. So you can see these are the CSS code, these are the HTML codes. So you can see we're going to create a step by step. We're going to do step by step video. I don't want to make it as a too much combo video, so I'm going to start by creating in the previous next video I'm going to create the header, or I'm going to set up the environment. I have to download your Visual Studio Code, set it up and start running it. Next we're going to talk about how to design your headers. We're going to talk about a lot of headers, not just one header. We are going to design multiple types of headers, like okay, let me say minimum of 10 headers, 10. So I'm going to work on 10 header, transparent header, absolutely headers that are constant headers, headers that move with the screen rotation, headers that are responsive, and I'm going to design different types of header that has background, and header, different type of headers I'm going to design. So in this particular video, so when we are done with header designing, we're going to talk about login forms and sign up forms, and about creating forms. Talk about tables. So I'm going to create multiple types of tables, also multiple types of login and sign up forms. I'm going to also create footers, multiple types of footers, and different types of footers also. And we are going to make sure these footers are very responsive. And we are going to, after that creating those, we are going to create a complete site also. And after creating a complete site, I'm going to show you how to host your site online. Like this particular site now is already online. It's online. So okay, let me see if I can just show you. If you can just search for that also, but it's just for practice purpose, so you can go about it. And I'm going to show you how to host it for free, how to host it for free, so that you will not have to spend much more. So let me just connect my data. I have not, okay, okay, let me just show you how these things works. So let me just run it on the saver. Is okay, let me just show you. SCN. Okay, there's a problem from this particular browser, so I've rendered this code already here, so it will be showing that CSS. So let me run that browser. I have rendered this code here, so it's still running the old version. So okay, it hasn't connected yet. Could be the problem. Okay, let's just run that. Okay, you can see here that this website is live. You can type this on your browser and you see that it is live. I'm going to show you how to host it for free, absolutely free. That's buying a domain name. So you can see here, same site, hosted. You can see hosted already. Login, sign up, and the rest of them. So the most amazing thing, you can host this for absolutely free, with even a free domain. So you can see here, these are two. I hosted them separately, and they are the same website, but there's a little bit of difference ID. So I just decided, you can see this menu here is on the black background, and when I move downward, it does not move. It's just stick to the page. But on this one is a transparent background. This is a transparent background, and when the page moves, it just moves with it. You can see the difference. So I'm going to show you how to create the both. You can see it moves with it. And also on this one, I think I added another difference here also, but I've forgotten. So that is for that. So I'm going to show you how to create these two type of header and host it also. So if you can see, if you click on inspect, and you can see it's responsive, very responsive. Very responsive. So you can click on here. sign up, and the most important thing you add on the sign up, let's just say you add the wrong image to alert you that you need this. So I'm going to talk about this kind of alert. Normally, before now, a lot of people use the back end language, and which is very not okay. But with JavaScript, you can be able to do this, achieve this now. And that's so you can see when you add this comment. So now that alert is gone. So but it does not take you anywhere though. So that is just for that. So I'm going to show you everything you need to know. This website is live now. It's live now. So that's the basics of everything here. So thank you very much, and in the next video I'm going to show you more. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, and follow our video for more content on web development and earning online.